Hi guys, it's another Sunday, right? I know. In fact, a lot of us have been through a lot during the week, but we don't have a choice. Just have to show up for everything that we call ourselves. So, good evening. How you doing? Has been your weekend? Fine. Some of you, in fact, let me actually talk to singles now. Some of you don't even do anything, no party, no hangout, nothing, just you and your phone pressing it. And you are single, my dear. Sorry, I'm sorry, oh. Maybe you might not be able to see that lady on time because I don't know how you want to deal with it. If you are indoor and you want magic to bring a lady into your house as your wife to be, or you are a lady to, or maybe you are a man, you are expecting a magic to bring a lady to you as your wife to be, or you are a lady, you are always indoor from work to home, from home to work, everything like a routine. There's nothing different, no outing, no social interaction, no connection. How do you want to deal with that? Okay, I shall know. You will not die single, Sha. Alright, you're welcome to Relationship Matters That Matters. I know Emirate Radio. I'm Baraka Adejumo, your host. As you get to know that anything that has to do with relationship gist, now so you see me for every Sunday like this. So, what should we talk about today? It's something that I know you can relate to it. There is no couple that okay, maybe few, at least maybe 10%. But truthfully, I don't think there is a home. I mean, they have husband and a wife and both of them are not working. Is that possible? They are just sitting at home. It's not possible. So I want to talk about how we can balance our work and our marriage, our relationship. Right? I know it's really a kind of icebreaker for some people like why would my wife be working in such an environment. In fact, I've seen a guy saying that when I'm working my wife should not work. Does it work that way in our country? Does it work that way in Nigeria? I'm asking you, where everyone is trying to make a balance, at least if not for 50-50. We talked about that last week, but then it is what it is. It is damn crazy. The economy is really affecting everyone. So how do we try to maintain a balance between our work and our marriage? Yeah. Let me have a break. I'm coming, guys.
She says she likes it when I stay. She says she don't want me to go. She says I always make her day. Girl, would you be my lover now? She says she really likes my style. Seems like she wants to take it slow. Do anything to make her smile. Girl, would you be my lover now? What am I to do? Tired of running around chasing you.
Okay, guys, so it's about a quick gist. This couple, maybe some of you must have read it, and I know there is some relationship that are going through that. So, what is the gist? It's simple. The man actually asked the lady that is either the work or the marriage, that for over 5 years they've not been together, they've not even like been together as a couple. So let us imagine that you are married, you have your husband at home, and maybe you're working in another state or outside the country, and you have no opportunity to stay with your spouse for 5 up to 10 years. 5 up to 10 years. Do you think it can actually work that way? Can you actually cope? Is there any coping mechanism for that? And that's why I said we should talk about this. Fine, we've seen some men that would actually tell you that they do not want their partners to actually work. Not because of anything. Some people feel like maybe it is insecurity, it is infidelity, it is lack of trust, it is lack of communication, it is lack of goals, it is lack of vision, it is lack of wanting something better for the woman. But the question is it actually that? Okay, let's start the analysis from the angle of being a woman. You're married, you have your husband, and for you do not have any kid. I mean, no kid yet. The relationship or the marriage is still young, and you think you want to stay away from your man for 5 to 10 years because of work. Is it actually worth it? Yes, I know some people would actually say, yes, it is worth it. Why won't I actually stay away from my husband? Is he going to do this and that? And we are working together to have a better future for our kids. We are working together to make money. So why should I be the one to stay at home? Why should I be the one to stay because of marriage? Marriage should not claim me, all sort of things. But the reality is this. I am not saying our men should stop working or women should stop working either. What works for A might not work for B. And for every home, there is always one person that will sacrifice a lot. A lot. If you look at it, we all agree that a man is the head of the family. We are not arguing that. But how can you try to strike a balance? When I read that tweet, people were like, why should that man feel like that? Why should that man say that she should actually choose between him or the work? Fine, for the first year, second year, third year, for that man to hold on to 5 good years, a lot must have been happening. A lot of communication, a lot of, sacrifice. It's not easy. For me, if you're single, you know that you're single. Which one is married single? Because that is what it feels like. You are married, but your partner is not available. Can the woman actually defend it? Yes. You see that I'm trying to support our men here because I know that it is not easy. So if you think you want to work and your marriage is not going to be in the same state, why not have this conversation before the wedding or before the marriage? So both of you will be on the same page. There will be an agreement. There will be a vision that you're working towards. Fine. I've seen a couple that, in fact, they are working in different states and they have a goal. Okay, we are going to work for so years, then come back together to settle in a particular state because they do not want to lose their marriage. It's easy, it's simple because of what? Communication. But truthfully, if that man should cheat of hey, don't let me even say the otherwise. Let's assume the man gets another woman pregnant. Would that be the same story? He's a cheat, he doesn't deserve her, this and that. But we always forget to say the reality, we always forget to say the truth. Sincerely, it's not favorable. How would you be married and then for good 5, 6, 7, 8 years you are not with your spouse? No, it shouldn't be. Fine, we have some people that actually their partners are maybe outside the country. For me, I don't come on my handle because I don't know how they want to take do and that is why you see some women crying on social media. Why? Their husband, maybe because of job or something else, traveled out, and after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, the man did not return. And you're still expecting that same man to be holding on to his sexual urge? No, come on. That means you are not you are not expecting that, right? And that is the reality. So at the end of the day, maybe the man actually got himself another person in another state or in another country. Then the tears will start coming. I don't know, this is this and that. You should prepare your mind for all this kind of a thing. The scenarios are not funny, but to me, for such a man to actually come out and tell the wife that either your job or this marriage, that means the man is actually tired. We should try to balance our work life and our marriage life. Two different things, two key things that are actually, in fact, you see, marriage is not the end of life. The same thing, work is not the end of life. But one can actually wait for another. If you have all the money, you have everything, you have all the resources. If you are not happy with your life, you might actually be running into depression. Then you start using all this money to take care of yourself, health-wise. But to think of it, there are some ways that we can actually handle all these things. If you think that you're capable enough as a husband, as a man, you can actually pay your wife. I'm not saying full housewife, oh, please, you people should not even try it or attack me. We have some people that are full housewife, they get their salaries from their husband, and yes, they do everything with their husband's money. They do not lack anything. We're not talking about those people. But those men that we know that, yes, financially they are not buoyant and they want their wife to take care of the kids. Just imagine that you have kids and you run 6 to 6 or 6 to 8, 6 to 10 p.m. and your wife is also doing the same. And that is when you say that we leave these children in the care of those people that are strangers. You might not call them strangers because you are paying them. They are nannies, they are these, guardian and all of that. But then, we should know that no one can actually take the responsibility of a father. No one can take the responsibility of a mother. That love, that care is always required. It is something that you should not miss. Do not let your kids or your child to feel like they do not have a parent. You imagine that it can never happen, right? Yes, it can happen. When a child has no one to talk to, personal life, his performances in school, his growth, challenges, no one to share everything with, only the school parent or the class teacher, and then the nanny, and that's all. Before you know it, that child might not experience what we call parental love, which is actually bad. Very, very bad. So guys, in a nutshell, there is always a way to balance everything. And if you are yet to get married, please talk about this. Iron things out. I know that it's crazy out there to get a job and you do not want to risk your job. And sadly, I've heard of a story of a young lady, in fact, she holds a very key position in that industry. But because of marriage, after marriage now, the husband insisted that she should come down to another state, which means she needs to drop everything, right? She tried to work on, transfer and all of that. Someone that has been, just imagine someone that is earning over 500,000. Because of that transfer, they had to transfer her to a unit that she's not even earning up to 300,000 because of marriage. It's actually a great risk, but she took it. So now tell me, does that woman deserve better or not? So to end the story, it's actually a real life story and it is saddening. So after a while, the man kept saying that the woman is not taking care of him enough. She's not taking care of the home, no kids. And he was demanding for all of that. Okay? She wanted to be a submissive wife. My dear sisters and brothers, this woman quit her job. Imagine someone that has been earning so well, taking care of her own family, and then all of a sudden, she needs to depend on a single person for survival. How does that make you feel? You feel worthless, right? So, after a while, she got pregnant because the husband was saying maybe because of the nature of the job she was doing, that was why she wasn't pregnant. She got pregnant. After the pregnancy, the man actually turned to something else. And that is why in fact, we should always thank God for everything that we have. But some men, I'm not sure say they go make heaven. This man actually cuts everything. She stopped buying food stuff. He stopped buying food stuff, and the woman actually needs to beg for money every day. Like my food money. How do we even say it? Like me? God. Imagine someone that has been counting millions, but because of marriage, she needs to quit and stop. So after the whole scenario, to God be the glory, the man actually traveled to another state. Do you get it? He traveled to another state and left that marriage for the woman. The woman was actually pregnant at that time. She was even happy that what she has been praying for almost 3 years of their marriage and all of that. So at some point, the family were so worried and they were like, what is going on? She did not open up. After the whole scenario, she gave birth. She had to move to her own family because definitely she was starving. So the man claimed that, so when is she returning? Returning to where, my brother? I don't understand. Someone that you were actually starving, someone you denied the opportunity to thrive in a workplace, someone that you actually pushed down to another state just to ensure that you manipulate things and do all of those things. Emotionally, the woman was drained. Emotionally, psychologically, everything was down. Financially, she wasn't buoyant anymore. So look at it. So the family refused to release the lady back to the man. So to me, I felt so much joy. Like, yes, this is the kind of family that we need in the society. So sometimes, because you're working, you need to strategize. We have some women that I do, in fact, kudos to them. They know how to balance everything, their work life and their marriage. So do not say because you are getting married or you are married, you are not going to work. Because you are getting married or you are married, you are not going to develop yourself. No. But then, if your money is actually buoyant to the extent that there is going to be a business that is going to actually push in money, that, oh, okay, you too, he actually wants you to be your own CEO, there is nothing bad. Just because he wants you to take care of the kids and watch over the home and take care of him enough, there is no problem. But when there will be a problem is when he's not actually putting anything into your development. It's just saying you should just quit so you can manage the home. Which manage the home? I don't understand. Which one? Ask questions. And that is why I always tell us that sometimes we ourselves, during courtship, during relationship, what you're supposed to talk about, it is always going off hard because of shawarma, because of drinks or what. Talk about your financial goals. Talk about when you want to establish yourself. We've seen men that they will tell you that I want my wife to be working, not because I want the money from her, but because I want her to fulfill her career, to fulfill her passion, to fulfill her goal, to fulfill her, those are men that are supportive. And we have men that they will tell you that, you see, instead of you stressing yourself, working 7 to 7 or something, just establish yourself, look for a business, submit a proposal, and then they will always support that business to thrive. In such case, you cannot blame the man if the woman is not doing so well at all. You have a shop because the man wants you to take it, and then you now say, okay, you have to be opening the shop by 6 a.m. and you close by 10 p.m. Okay, madam, what happened? No, it can't work that way. Okay, if you're the owner of your business, at least closing by 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. shouldn't be a big deal. Then you'll be able to prepare the meal for your husband, you'll be able to take care of the kids, you'll be able to ensure everything is in place. Not that the man will now come home and then he'll be starving. Shouldn't be. Okay guys, let me just have a break, then I'll come back shortly.
When you see me come around, I got you looking at me. I don't need to spend my cash, cause my swag's not hard to see. Cause my swag don't lie, you can't deny, you feel it right, yeah. You'll be alright, just being by my side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing, you should feel so good, just standing by my side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing, you should feel so good, just standing by my side. If you see me drive by, I like your boy. I like your more. Pop my bottle. I like your more. Chillin' with my dog. I like your more. If you see me drive by, I like your more. I feel more swag. I like your more. I pop my bottle. I like your more. Chillin' with my dog. I like your more. Hey girl, you got me thinking there's many things I can do to you. Hey girl, you got me wishing I could take you on with me. Let's take one step at a time. Two by no, be my girl. With you I roll. You're fresh and fly. Don't deny nothing is better. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing. Oh, that's not good. Just standing by my side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing. Oh, that's not good. Standing by my side. If you see me drive by, I like your more. I got more swag. I like your more. I pop my bottle. I like your more. Chillin' with my dog. I like your more. If you see me drive by, I like your more. I got more swag. I like your more. I pop my bottle. I like your more. Chillin' with my dog. I like your more. I like your more. I like your more. Pop my bottle. I like your more. Chillin' with my dog. I like your more. If you see me drive by, I like your more. I like your more. Pop my bottle. I like your more. I like your more. If you're acting out, are you feeling alright?
Alright guys, so we're still talking about how to maintain a balance between our work and our marriage life. Okay, so I was talking about something about trying to work and trying to balance it as a woman. Sometimes, not even sometimes, is there someone that will go to work and feel so relaxed and then come home without stress or fatigue? No. Work and work and work. Most of us, that is what we know. No play. And where is that play supposed to come in? It should be from home. When the husband is working, the wife is working, everyone is busy, tasks here and there, no quality time together, no communication. At that time, little things can actually trigger hunger. Because you feel like you've been stressed. And that is why you see some men, they must have been stressed at work, and then when they get home, they will just transfer all that aggression, like, I've been at work since morning, I'm doing this, you're not telling me this. Things that they can actually talk about mutually. Then you feel like, what have I said or what have I done that is deserving of all those things that you're saying? Seriously. Then we might not realize that that person is stressed. That person just needs to rest. And then have a little joke or a kind of relaxing moment. It is important. It is important. Do not forget that. So, talking about this, there are some people that they do not always prioritize their marriage other than work. Imagine having a couple that every time, all day, all time, all they do at home is work. All they discuss is work. And sometimes nowadays that we have people that are, both couple, they only want to work, and then the kids, little time, but it's fine. However, it is important to talk about your progress in that marriage. It is important to talk about the kids. It is important to talk about your family. I have one ideology, and that is when I am at work, it's about work. When I am home, it is about home. You need to allow that home to feel your presence. Fine. Some tasks might actually require you to do some extra time or extra work at home, but that time should not actually jeopardize your moment. Quality moment with your partner. You need to watch it. And yes, talking about family, maybe they have kids, 3 or 4, and they are just trying to balance everything. There is nothing wrong in woman supporting a man financially. I have said that a couple of weeks ago. But then, it shouldn't be a responsibility of the woman. And taking care of the home should not be seen as a responsibility of the man. Just imagine that the man is a work from home person and then you expect the man to cook and all of that. It should be from a heart of kindness for him to do that. You don't need to force it. So as a man, if you think you have the time to help your wife in the kitchen before our arrival or something, you can do it. That will even give her some kind of relief when she gets home. Only if you know how it feels when you get home and you see food. God. Like food that you did not prepare and you just get home and you see that food. You feel like, Father Lord, thank you. Seriously. But when you get home and you just have to, maybe you've really worked. We all know what it takes to work in Nigeria. There is no shifting. We work our hands to bones just to get some things done. And then you have to get home, then you start cooking, and then someone is there complaining that this food is this. The only thing you can do at that moment is to appreciate it. Anything you are being served, please. Even though the woman will feel like, I'm supposed to do better. But because of that, your kindness, because of that, your reaction to it, the woman will feel like, God, thank you. Because I married my man. And that is when you see a man maybe demanding for something that even if the wife should start cooking, it might take up to 2 or 3 hours. I read something about a lady asking question that what if you marry a husband that doesn't hear the second day of soup? Like, if I should cook stew today and it's inside the freezer, then to microwave or, prepare little stodgy food along with it, you would not take it? Okay, maybe the wife is not a working class, maybe she's been placed on salary, then it's fine. It's fine. She can actually do that. There's no big deal. You can cook stew, soap, everything every day. Go to market every day. Do this every day. By the time that you get worn out, no one will tell you. But can the man actually do that himself? That is the question. Sometimes we do to others what we do not want people to do to us. You cannot be asked to be washing a particular cloth every day, something that is not dirty, and you feel like it is normal just be washing it every day, just dry it and all of that. It doesn't make sense, right? The same thing. There are some things that we just have to be patient about. There are some things that we just have to understand our differences about. Just like I said, what works for A might not work for B. Put that at the back of your mind. But then, if you're tired or if you're stressed as a woman, that doesn't mean you should be arrogant or you should transfer aggression. The same thing with men. I've heard of a story of a couple that the husband actually called that she wants to take a particular food, and then the woman prepared something else. And when the man asked, honey, I asked you to prepare this, and she said, that is what I can cook. Would you believe that that was the end of that marriage? Yes, because the man felt like, why would you be so rude to me? It is not as if what I asked you to prepare is not available at all. You could have been more courteous and show some respect in presenting what you prepared. Then I would be more understanding that, my wife is actually stressed today. Not in that manner, not in that tone. And that brings me to the fact that our tone of communication also matters. If you're talking to someone on phone, you might not be able to really picture the reaction of the person. But when you're talking to someone physically, you will be able to read more meanings to whatever they say. So, as we are trying to balance our work, our life, our marriage, please, let us not lose ourselves. Let us not lose our marriage. It's a matter of understanding, right? I know. But as a man, immediately you start saying that the responsibility is 50-50. Get to know that sometimes it means you're trading your what? Your respect as a man, as the head of that family. That is the bitter truth. That is what is giving some of our women the opportunity to actually say, and so, you're working, I am working, you are doing this, I am doing this. So please, don't even put any pressure on me. Don't even say things that is not going to work. We are both doing equally in this marriage. You get it? Anyways, let me have a break and then we'll come back to this. Alright guys, you're welcome back to what we call relationship matters that matters. And this is how we talk about different gists and different matters that has to do with your relationship and marriage. Okay, so still talking about maintaining a kind of a balance between your work and your life. I have said this earlier that sharing responsibilities should not be a problem if there is understanding in that family. Now imagine a man that is actually on 50-50, the wife is working, paying the house rent, or she's been the one buying the foodstuffs. Then we have the husband maybe paying the house rent, fueling the car. Then the family comes around and be like, why are you washing plates when your wife is cooking? Should that actually be a concern to them? When they do not have an idea, when you are sharing responsibilities financially, should sharing responsibilities of chores be a problem? I have said it earlier. It is coming from a heart of kindness and not mandatory that he should actually help. But if you think or you deem it fit for your wife to contribute financially, why can't you also help? You work the same time, the same hour, you're both stressed, you both know what you go through, especially when it comes to having babies. Oh God, I throw salute to our women, they are really trying. Nursing one child requires a lot of effort, and that is why you cannot even leave a man with 2 kids for like a week. The man will feel frustrated, like even for an hour. We've seen a lot of men complain that, see, oh yeah, go meet your mother. Oh. Enough is enough. Tell me, are those kids not yours? Now imagine someone that is also working and she has to come to all of this. Take care of the kids. Take care of their needs. Respond to everything they say. Take care of their assignments and all of that. So if you're not going to do anything, be kind. Be kind with your words. Be kind in your reactions. If the person is not being able to provide what you need at that moment, be kind. Actually take it. And I have said it, I am pleading to our women that no matter what, your man deserves respect. I know that we always say that when our mothers will say, I think I've mentioned it before, that we have some mothers, because they are the one taking care of the family, they will let it be obvious to the kids that, see, your father is useless, your father is not doing anything, I'm the one doing this. And I think thankfully we are not doing that anymore. But the problem now is when those kids are experiencing a kind of emotional torture. How? Because women have their money and a man is not ready to agree to all these terms and conditions of blah blah blah, they tend to divorce so soon. And you'll be wondering, look at this amazing couple, why are they departed, why are they divorced? The child might not have the opportunity to ask questions. They will start sharing different things like that are not normal to the hearings of these kids. It is going to be a problem. And truthfully, we've seen cases of divorce that are as a result of the wife working and the husband working, and a demand that no, you have to quit your job and take care of the kids. And the wife will be like, no, I cannot quit, because what you are earning is not even enough for the family to feed. Not to talk of me not supporting and then relying on you solely. It saddens, right? I know. So guys, there are some things that we might actually not put into consideration when we are talking. In our talking stage, this should be part of it. We have some men that their goal is just to work for maybe the organization for 5 to 10 or 15 years. Then you would know that as a wife, you might actually have to go through a lot. Struggle, then accept it as it is for those main time. But when there is no goal, when there is no vision, you're just walking from hand to mouth, and then nothing tangible is coming. And then the wife also needs to start working because they are not meeting end means. The stress alone can actually trigger some things, just like I've said. When you are stressed, when someone tells you, are you okay? On a normal day, I can say, why? I'm okay now. Why are you asking me that kind of question? When you're stressed, when someone asks you, are you okay? That person might actually reply with, no, I'm not okay. Because I don't know why you're asking me stupid question. You know, right? It's not because the person has changed, but because of that situation, because of the present moment, because of the stress, then conflict set to come in that marriage. Someone that is caring and loving, after losing a job, the husband might turn to something else, and the wife will be like, why? This is not the man that I married. What changes? You might not know, but definitely men hate the habit of not being able to provide. When they have the money, when they have everything under control, they feel like a man, they feel manly enough to man a woman. And that is what gives them the joy. So when the wife is not the one working and doing everything at home, it actually irritates men a lot. Okay, guys, we want to have a break, then I'll be back.
So far, so good, baby. Right now, come in, follow. Sometimes I do wonder how I got to love, love. Sunshine, you bring light to me. No lies, you know they lie to me. Hypnotize me, Mr. Bye Bye. Put your love on top. You make me wanna walk, 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 walk. All of belly like a shock, your coco. I'm not, no, not knocking on your door. And I want nothing more, more, more. Hey, 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 oh, Mr. Roma, romance me. You get me finally. Go, Mr. Roma, romantic. Romantic therapy. Oh, Mr. Roma, romance me. You get me finally. Go, Mr. Roma, romantic. Romantic therapy. Make I tell you the truth, and nobody don't love me the way you love me. When I see you for Zoom, I dey text you like, baby, why don't you call me? You're so sure for me. Hello, hello, me. I feel put on my money, and I think you know you make me wanna walk, 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 walk. All of bello loco.
Just like that song. Like Olobelu Loko Shokoyo Koto. Right? Men actually love food, and if you're able to cook so well, oh god, I don't think there is any man that will be so hungry, and he will see a very nice meal and then will be like, ah, no, I'm not eating. Oh, is that actually possible? Maybe some people do it. You'll be angry because your wife did not do something, and then you will reject food. God forbid. If I am a man, in fact, I will eat the food and in fact lick the plate itself, because I will tell you it is my money that I used to buy this food. I will eat it no matter how they anger or what. Seriously. And if we're trying to make a balance, please do not neglect emotional needs of your partner. Some of us, we tend to ignore the emotional needs of our partner, and we feel like she'll come over it, or he would actually come over it, or you believe that that person should understand. That is one mistake that we do make, which is not normal. Do not make that mistake. Do not think that or assume that this person will understand what I'm going through. No, that person is not an angel or a spirit. You need to talk. That is the power of communication. Okay, what happened? Why are you acting weird? And the same thing goes to the partner. You ask questions. What happened? Is everything okay? What is going wrong? And when we are being asked, it is in fact, for someone that is responsible, you need to talk. Don't just say everything is fine, then you just be throwing tantrums at home, around, and your husband will feel like, is this woman normal? Is everything okay? Or then as a man, the woman will be like, sure, don't even talk to my husband now, because his face will determine. And we have some situations like that women will actually be like, let me see the kind of mood that my husband is coming with. Fine, it's okay. It means you are reading that emotions on ground. You are trying to be considerate. And that was why I was saying that you have to consider your partner. Sometimes it is just about talking about some things that, can't you imagine what happened at work today? This is that. And then, in fact, some words can actually come out from your spouse that will be like, oh, that's true. This is what I was supposed to do, and blah, blah, blah. Then you'll be able to solve it. But because of that, your assumption that my partner should understand now, I've been at work, so does she expect me to be smiling after returning from work? I'm tired, I'm this. It's not supposed to be. So please, you have to work on yourself. If you're that kind of person, it doesn't make sense at all. We know that you work for long working hours. Fine. Then, one important thing that you need to do is to set boundaries between your work and your personal life. I mentioned something earlier that for me, I always feel like when I'm at work, I am facing work squarely. Every distraction, even if it is my personal life or other things, I put them aside. And when it is home, when I am home, I will let that home feel like, yes, I am here. And that is how it should be. Do not let one affect the other. And thank God, sometimes you will see some people that will tell you that anytime you're coming and you are having issues at home, please drop that baggage at the doorstep before you leave your home. So everyone you meet outside there, they have their own problems. So do not actually let your own anger or your own frustration add to this. No. You get it. So try to maintain a balance. When you're at work, work. When you're at home, let that home feel home. Let your spouse know that yes, you are there. And that is why when you are not there, when you are when you are absent from there, they will feel your absence and feel like, oh, let me put a call through. What is going on? This person is not here. And that is the sweetness of marriage. You understand? So, like I said, there's this other thing that I actually wanted to mention. Some of us, because we think we can do everything alpha and omega, the quality time that you're supposed to spend with your partner, then because you want to feel like yes, you are doing well, you actually had excess workload to yours. No, now learn to say no. Just imagine that weekend that your partner will be around. That is when you know that you have to fix an appointment. It will definitely hurt your partner, even though he or she is not saying it out. Truthfully, we shouldn't do that. Try to balance your work and your life. Try to balance your career, your goals. Let it align with your partners. If you do not have a supportive partner, there is no way you can thrive. Because that alone is a setback for you. Not only for your marriage, but for your vision and for your goals. You get it? So, let's talk about how you can actually help each other. I have mentioned that earlier, but I just want to add to it that sometimes, you can just try to make some schedules that will be flexible, that you will have time to reach out to your partner. I don't know where our men learn it, that it is only when they get home they have to ask that, how are you? How was your day? It's not a big deal for you to send a text to your wife when at work. This, how are you doing today? Is everything going on well? I hope you're fine. Even at evening, you can actually say, oh, please prepare this tonight. Not that when you now get home, it's not when you now start demanding for pounded yam. Excuse you. Like maybe you return home around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and you're expecting your woman that's also been at work for like 6-7 hours to now start pounding yam. Abba. Think of it now. What if that person is your sister? Would you have been happy to hear that your sister is actually pounding yam at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. at night? No. You even say, is that man okay? I hope everything is alright. The same thing they should actually ask you. And that is why I'm saying this. So please, maintain a kind of a balance between your work and your personal life and your marriage. When you are angry, when you are stressed, when you are fatigued, everything, please do not allow all those things to affect your communication with your partner. Do not allow it. I know it is not easy. And that is why we should never ignore our emotional needs as partners. To some certain extent, you'll be able to study someone that, something is wrong with this man today, because it is not usual. But for the first time, when you see you smiling, it'll be like, what's going on? Did you receive salary or another allowance? Because you're always coming home with this frown on your face, with this hunger, with this mood that these people are the one I'm spending my money on, and I am working, doing this. It is your responsibilities. Would you be so happy if you're not being able to dispose them? Definitely no. Definitely no. So please, let's just have a wrap up. As a woman, I am not saying that you should leave your career for anything. I am not saying that you should jeopardize your future, your vision, everything that you've been dreaming of because of marriage. And I am not saying that you should actually force yourself to a career when your man is saying otherwise. As I've said earlier, we have some men that they are capable and they are supportive. If your mom wants you to be in a space that you yourself be like, "Ah, how come?" Then try it. Give it a chance. Explore it, but do not take it for granted. Do not say because you're working, you're not going to do what is expected of you as a woman. And you know the funniest part? We have some men that they are doing so well that, in fact, you won't even know that the man is actually the cook because that will never be exposed. Yes, but do not say because you have a partner that is that is not doing this, doing that, then you want to judge. My dear, if you get to another person's house, I'm very sure you will actually have something to be thankful of about your partner, and that is the reality of life. Do not judge your partner. Do not compare. I keep saying it. You see, comparison is nothing but a thief of your joy. If you allow that joy to leave because of your comparison, then who should you blame? You blame yourself. You have yourself to be blamed for it. So please, if you have a career, if you have anything that you think you want to do in your future, everything, during your talking stage, talk about all of that. When you get married, your vision and your goals should align. You should work towards them. Do not say you want to be working. Is it possible to be working for your whole entire years? Aside maybe people that work for, the civil servant, I mean. But then, it is a bit flexible. But if you're working and your work actually requires you to travel here and there, and your partner is also doing the same, your children might actually suffer for that. The emotional connection might not be there, the parental care, the parental love. Do not think money is everything. You see, quality time cannot be bought with money. There is no way. There is no way. So, as I have said, as you try to share responsibility as a man, 50-50, know that when the woman comes with the idea that you should bath the kids while she cooks, you need to be understanding enough to help out because you're both working. However, as a woman, do not take your man's support for granted because the man is helping you to cook or is trying to help you to sweep the room or trying to mop for you, then you now make it his responsibilities. No, you are going to feel like that. You are going to feel, when it stops, you feel betrayed, you feel hurt. But in the first instance, it is not his duty. The same way it is not your duty to accept like 50-50. It is about mutual understanding. So, I am pleading to men out there, please, if you have women that they have this passion for career or they are thriving in their career, please, do not let any family member assume that your wife is doing so well, is now using ojuju on your head, because that's one of the mentalities that we have in this African. No, do not even allow any external person to know what is between you and your wife. You know why? That is when they try to poison your mind. That is when they try to tell you to compare your wife to so and so. That is when they try to tell you that your wife is not doing enough because your wife is making millions and you're not making up to that. They will tell you that your wife is actually not helping you. Do you get it? So, guys, whatever you do, try to make a balance between your work life and your marriage. Do not leave your marriage because of your work, and do not leave your work because of your marriage. There is always a way to strike a balance. You get it? Okay, guys, so till next week that I will have to come your way again. I hope you stay safe hygienically. I hope you take care of your mental health. I hope you take care of that love, because for every love, it deserves what? It deserves a return. So, the way you are loved, try to love the person more than that. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Be loved, be good, and be fine. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. My name is Baraka Adejumo. See you next week, same time.
Beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Monagiso, 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 my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. you should know I got it, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. Wanting more best everybody, and it's because of your kung fu. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down. You never let go. Yeah. Una my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but